Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to your watch along. We're live. Chelsea versus Fulham. I hope all of you are doing well. Lovely jubbly for an early kickoff. Get the coffees out. Get the coffees out. Second one of the day. Necessary because we're live. So make sure you do what you got to do in order to get yourselves up and running for this one. And hopefully we're going to get a nice 3 points. But I hope all of you are well. We haven't got the most eventful of Saturdays in terms of fixtures. But we do have an overall really good weekend because we're the early kickoff. Later on, we got Man United Burnley. So Burnley obviously clear favourites. Then we've got tomorrow, where there is big football. Our feeder club, Brighton, playing against Man City. Liverpool-Arsenal is the big game of the weekend. That's tomorrow as well. So, loads to get through this weekend. Going to be an interesting one. But we start proceedings, and it means, just like we were the early kickoff against West Ham, we were the first game of the weekend on the Friday. We went top of the league because we won. We have another chance to go top of the league by beating Fulham today. So hopefully that is what we're going to see. Fingers crossed. We got loads to go through, considering the news that we've got today. Nico Jackson. It's hard for me to fit a video in on just Nico alone. Because obviously there's this, and then there's the match review straight after, and then we're going to just wait and see what happens. So I'll go over a little bit with Nico Jackson here, live with all of you. And then after that, we get into the Chelsea-Fulham team news, what's happening, the lineups, and then see how our predictions are looking, because it's going to be an interesting one. I think some people are looking at the Palace game still as a reference, and some people are really still on a high because of the West Ham game. So I feel like there's a little bit of a split, but we'll get into that after. The lineups, like I said, I will address in a little bit, not quite now. But Younes Jackson. Younes Jackson has gone to Bayern Munich, and it's a done deal. And I know after what we saw yesterday, we had World War II settings in here. We had silence. We had flipping just all sorts of settings in here because of what happened with Xavi Simons, with Buonanotte, and all of that. And we did get indicators that that's not the end of the business, that there's going to be more. Genuinely don't know. But it seemed like, and I told you guys this yesterday, that it needed Younes Jackson to go in order for us to start doing things. And Younes Jackson, who has now left, but what is he left on? Well, I'm not going to show you on stream here because I'll need to change the setting, which I've not got here because I'm live. But there has been the here we go earlier on. That a deal was agreed, €15 million loan fee for 1 season, plus a buy option clause, not mandatory, for €80 million package and a sell-on clause. That's 80 million total, including the loan fee, right? And that's if Bayern Munich trigger the option at the end of the loan. Now, there's some Bayern Munich pages that are coming out and saying that just like Newcastle were told that they would need to pay a penalty clause if they don't trigger a buy option for Younes Jackson if they were to get him on loan. That's when I was asking questions and going, okay, hang on, have Bayern Munich got the same penalty? If Bayern Munich have the same penalty here, then we might be onto something. Bayern Munich pages seem to indicate that there is a penalty clause, which means that they are inclined to trigger the option at the end of the season, heading into next season, for Younes Jackson, and therefore it means that we get the money that we're looking for. But we still don't know this 100%. We don't know. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen there. But Younes Jackson is on his way to Bayern Munich now. That is done. The attention turns to What's happening today? Do we win? And then, is the business that we've done now the end? Or are Chelsea still going to go and get one more player? Lopez somehow is still linked. I don't know how Lopez is still linked, but apparently he's still linked. And even Hansi Flick spoke about him and said at the moment he's here. We never know what's going to happen by deadline day, but I think he wants to stay. He doesn't sound so 100% on everything, which is bizarre because I thought if we can go and get Lopez, then we could have got Simons, no? But maybe, like I said yesterday, maybe it was about getting Nico Jackson out of the door first, which we didn't do because Tottenham swooped in. With Lopez, there's no one else swooping in for him. So maybe it's that. We'll wait and see. If I guarantee this though, and I can't say for sure, but is Lopez going to end up at Chelsea? Personally, I don't think so. But if it were to happen, I think loads of people would move on from Simons. Loads of people. I think to a level, it kind of would compensate for missing out on Simons. So let's wait and see. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Chelsea Fulham. This is an interesting one. West London derby. Fulham, 2 draws out of 2 games at the moment. One of them being against Manchester United, where they were losing to Manchester United, and then they did come back into the game where Emil Smith-Rowe did score that equalizer. And realistically, Fulham don't... Well, I mean, it's 2 games. But so far, they don't look like they're going to cause so much of a hassle in the same way that Crystal Palace, surprisingly for some, did to us. So let's wait and see how this one's going to turn out. But we're at home. We had a very good result against West Ham. Fulham, their record so far, Brighton away, they drew 1-1. Manchester United at home, they drew 1-1. Maybe today at the Bridge, we draw 1-1. Surely not. Surely not. Listen, I'm expecting a comfortable win. Comfortable, not battering, but a comfortable win. We're at home. I think it's going to be a bit of a test, though, to see how Chelsea do against a bit of a low block, against really rigid defenses. Fulham are going to set up in that way, especially under Marco Silva. They're going to set up in that way. I think they're going to be a little bit more defensive than they are offensive. And they're just going to try and close down all the spaces. Chelsea, on the other hand, the lineups are interesting. And I'll explain why. Chelsea starting with Sanchez. Basically, I got the team right. I got the team completely right, except for one. We got Gusto starting instead of Reece James. Sanchez, Cucurella, Gusto, Chalobah, Tosin, Caicedo, Enzo, João Pedro, Estevao, Pedro Neto, Liam Delap. Now, I can understand why, right? We've gone with the same team. I get it. Because that's the team that started against West Ham and we won 5-1. So I get it. The whole thing of don't change a winning team. I get it, right? But I know everyone wants to see Reece James. I want to see Reece James. Personally, I think there's a pattern forming here. I think Reece James is being looked after until the international break, because the international break, Reece James has been picked by England. He is going to play for England. And I think Chelsea and Maresca have made the decision that if James keeps playing game after game after game, then he goes to the England team, plays the 2 games, then comes back to Chelsea, keeps playing, then he might actually get injured. And we don't want that. So I think he's being looked after. Being looked after in the sense of the game against West Ham, we started with Gusto, we won. So Maresca's probably looking at this and going, you know what, we can do the same because it's Fulham. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. As long as Gusto doesn't put in any stinkers, we're okay. I agree with you guys in the chat. There is one guy that I'm looking to, and that's Liam Delap. I think this is the sort of game Liam Delap should be scoring in, right? and I'll explain why in a sec. But I'm going to start off with Charlie Kelly, much appreciated, first super chat of the day. Thank you very much, mate. Saying, Younes, I nearly got myself beat up last week. I went to West Ham versus Chelsea and sat in the West Ham end and gave away I was a Chelsea fan. Amateur rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake, Charlie. Charlie. What are you doing? What are you doing, mate? Nah, you come on. Come on. You can't go to West Ham, mate. You can't go to West Ham and give yourself away that, nah, mate. I'm glad you didn't get punched up. You could have. And some would say you should have. Fun story. I remember going to a West Ham boozer, a West Ham pub, to watch West Ham versus Chelsea. And I had a Chelsea top on, and I had to stay inside with my coat zipped up just because I knew if I gave it away, I'm in enemy territory here, and West Ham don't mess about. West Ham don't mess about. There's a long history between West Ham and Chelsea. I watched the whole 90 minutes, literally just like, and a mate of mine was like, listen, don't undo the jacket, don't undo the jacket, don't undo the jacket. And I'm just like, I'm roasting here, mate. I'm boiling. I'm boiling here. You got to do it. And you know what's funny? Chelsea scored. Chelsea scored, and I swear, I was just like... you want to. Chelsea scored. You want to go, yes, come on. I'm just like... In my head, I was having a party. You can't go to West Ham and do that sort of thing. You can't. You can't. So be careful. Be careful. Tottenham, you can. Tottenham, you can. I done it. Tottenham, you can. I remember going to White Hart Lane. It was White Hart Lane, not the new stadium. It was White Hart Lane. I went in a full Chelsea tracksuit. Yeah, you guys have seen it. The old 2011, 2012 tracksuit with my initials on it. The one that I started talking Chelsea on. I went with that to Tottenham, and I was doing 100% Chelsea, and I stood outside that ground, all Chelsea. I went past the Tottenham fans as they were coming out the ground. I went past all of them. Nothing happened. They all just looked at me and went, I'm just like, you ain't doing nothing. I swear. West Ham, though, you can't do that with West Ham. You cannot do that with West Ham. So be careful, guys. Yeah, you gotta know how to conduct yourselves. Yeah, so be careful. Best thing to do, West Ham, go neutral clothing. Just go neutral clothing. Just don't wear any blue, and you're good to go. Yeah, that's just, everyone knows that, really. So be careful, Charlie. Charlie also goes on to say, it was my first ever Chelsea game. I got carried away. honestly. Be careful. Yeah, just be careful. We want you to be safe up in here. But talking about, we was at the lineup. Liam Delap, I'm looking and I'm thinking, look, Chelsea Fulham, it's at the bridge, tight space. I think there's going to be a bit of a condensed box from Fulham. I think it's a case of Liam Delap. This is a chance for him to show some physicality, for him to show some grit. I reckon, you know, trying to get the ball up into the air, try and feed Liam Delap, he might score a header. My prediction is might score a header. But I do want to see him on the score sheet today. I think that would be the perfect fixture to get him up and running. Chelsea Fulham at the bridge, Liam Delap, right, scoring a goal. I think it has to come at some point. It has to come at some point. So my money is on Liam Delap hopefully getting a goal today. Big up Cursor in the chat. How you doing, mate? Yeah, no, Millwall, listen. Listen. I'm talking like this about West Ham. Millwall, just don't even go. Just don't go. Any Chelsea fan that goes to the den, if we ever played Millwall, it's not happened since '95. I do want it to happen. I think it's part of the heritage. But if you don't go, just don't go to the den. Simple, yeah. Because chances are, if Chelsea and Millwall ever meet up again, chances are it will kick off. It just will. You know, unless if we've moved on, I don't know. Maybe their kids and our kids now that have grown up and they're in their early 20s, maybe now like they don't really understand how deep it was back then. I don't know. Maybe there's not much of an issue. But yeah, if we ever played Millwall, just God knows. The police would have to show up in the numbers. So, but that's for a different day. We'll see if that ever happens. I do want it to happen, to be honest. I would love to meet Millwall in the cup. I think that would be hilarious. I think that would be proper old school English heritage. English football heritage. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm looking at Liam Delap. Hopefully Estevao gets Estevao. How the hell do you pronounce this guy's name? I heard someone tried to pronounce it for me properly and was like Estevao. Estevao, right? We just call him Steve. I know, it's easier. Or Steve-O, yeah? Steve-O is great. You know, it's like Steve-O from Jackass. This is great. It's Steve-O. But Estevao. Estivo. What is it? Even you guys don't know. Even you guys don't know. Yeah? I get so many variations of this. I've been getting it for flipping ages now. Like a couple of weeks on end. Any Brazilians in the chat? Yeah? Any Brazilians in here? I will listen to you. If you're not Brazilian, your opinion is exempt. It's exempt. Even Gusto. Even Gusto. Gusto is not like Gusto, but it's a French twang that's added on, you know? Gusto. Gusto. It's, yeah, because they don't really enunciate the G. Fun fact about the French, they don't pronounce H's. Yeah? If you try to get them to say house, they wouldn't say house. They would go house. What color is your house? So, just, yeah. Okay, we've actually got a couple of Brazilians in here. Oh, amazing. Oh, yeah, no, Brazilians. All right, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. How's it said? Estavo. Estavo? Estavo. 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 Don't fluffing know. Any Brazilians? Estavo. The E, yeah, the E is silent. What I've heard so far, the E is like it's not even there. You know? Stevo. 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 I'm done. I'll get to this later. I'll get to this later, lads. But that's the flipping hilarious. Rustislav, thank you very much. Super chat again, mate. Saying, genuine question, is it really so hard for native English speakers to pronounce Estevao or Azpilicueta? No, Azpilicueta is easy. Right? Even if you try to go down the Spanish route. Azpilicueta. Like, it's not just easy. But this Estevao, this is so flipping. Estevao, Estevo, Stevo, Stevo, Estivo. Like, what flipping direction is this going in? Like, God knows, you know. But there's ways that it's been said, and then some say there's no E, then there is an E. I've heard him say his name, but then I'm trying to remember it. I need to go back and watch the clip, and I'm like, how has he said it? But I remember he didn't really pronounce the E. But he also said something like Steve-O, but stay. That middle bit is the one that baffles me. We'll see. We'll see later. We'll see later. Fulham. Let's talk about the Fulham lineup. Actually, no, before we do, like I said, all right, Steve, I'm hoping he has a really good game today, right? Pedro Neto, I think he's going to have... Pedro Neto has been class for us, yeah? He's been absolute class. So I have no doubts on him. We are keeping our eyes on Enzo Fernandez. We want Enzo Fernandez to have a really good game today because he has started the last couple slow. The first game against Palace wasn't good at all. His second half against West Ham was really good. And hopefully he picks up some momentum and he takes it from there. So hopefully we get a good game from Enzo Fernandez. And the defense has to be tight. Trev, Tosin, No spaces allowed. Gusto, please just stay in position. The thing about Gusto sometimes is that he gets caught out and then he leaves a space and then we get in trouble. If he's disciplined in his positioning, then things should be okay. Cucurella, I don't even need to speak. The guy is as reliable as sliced bread. And Rob Sanchez, just no blunders, please. Simple. For Fulham, Bird Leno in goal. Ryan Sessegnon, left back. Kenny Tete, right back. Bassi and Anderson at centre back. Lukic and Berge in midfield with Joshua King just ahead. Castagne and Iwobi on either side. And Rodrigo Muniz up front. It's a decent Fulham team in terms of what they can actually put out. That's a decent team. For Chelsea's bench, we got Gittins, Jorgensen, Asugo, Santos, Hato, Reece James, Fofana, Tyreek George, and Achiempong. There is one thing here that I've just realized on this bench, which is kind of lacking. I'm gonna see if you guys have clocked. What is it that we're lacking here? Let me read the bench again. Gittins, Jorgensen, Asugo, Santos, Hato, James, Fofana, Tyreek George, Achiempong. One person's kind of got it. Kind of. Be a bit more specific. Yeah. Ain't got a striker here. We got to see. We got to be careful on that front. We got João Pedro and Delap both out there. So let's see what happens there. For Fulham's bench, we've got Harrison Reed, Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson, Tom Kearney, Adama Traore, Cuenca, Lecomte, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Robinson on their bench too. Referee, Robert Jones, nothing crazy, fantastic. So, yeah. Lovely jubbly. BTC Palm Beach, Mr. Bitcoin. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm guessing that was funded from your Bitcoin. Saying, show respect, it's... Flipping now. Estivo, William, Almeida, De Oliveira, Gonzalez. Is that showing respect? Lovely jubbly. Juno, thank you very much. Saying, I want a statement win, 4 goals and a clean sheet. Member for 20 months. Thank you very much for that, mate. I kind of want the same. That would be lovely jubbly. That would be nice. Listen, I want a nice win. Yeah? I want a nice win. And hopefully we get that. With Garnacho, I know a lot of you are talking about Garnacho in the chat. Garnacho, I think, is in attendance. I've not seen him yet. Actually, let me go to Twitter because that's the place to go to, really, isn't it? I've got the game here. So, oh, yeah, there he is. Brilliant. That popped out of nowhere. Let me show you this. He's not even been announced. And he's there. Unbelievable. And he's in the box. Looks happy. He's smiling. I mean, flipping out, smiling. I mean, at this point. Listen, the one thing about Garnacho that I respect, he was on his knees. I don't respect on your knees. Like, don't go on your knees for anyone. Well, don't, yeah. But metaphorically, this guy was begging for this Chelsea move, and now he's got it. So I want to see the same energy in how he's playing based on how he wanted the move in the first place. You know, if he puts that much passion in playing as much as he did getting the move, I think we're in good hands. So let's see how it's all going to go down. Players coming out onto the pitch. Just get this sorted. Rachel Park, thank you very much, as Chelsea have just let off blue smoke across the Matthew Harden and the shed end as they're on the pitch now. Rego Park, thank you very much for the super chat, saying, big up Younes, have a feeling Garnacho will cook at Chelsea. Man United turned men into boys. Bummed our little bro Spurs hijacked Simons. Honestly, it's mad, isn't it? As Maresca and Marco Silva coming out the tunnel together. But you're completely right, man. Look, I think he deserves a chance. He deserves the opportunity. Man United are holding a lot of people back. I've said this for a while, and I think, look, Do I say he's definitely going to bang? No. But does he deserve the chance? Yes. Yes. Because there is a player there. We've just only gotten bad bits, and now we've not just getting bit from him. We're getting it from every single Man United player that's playing for Man United. That's not a coincidence. Whatever player they bring in, whatever manager they bring in, whatever they do, nothing works. Nothing works at that football club. It's a mess, and there's deep reasons as to why it's not working over there. There's deep reasons. Just the fact that the toilets and that Old Trafford itself at the stadium, and that, you know, the ceiling is leaking and the equipment is old, and that tells you how that club is being run. Simple as that. Yeah, that tells you how it's being run. So I think that he's now at Chelsea. There's a higher standard. There's better players. There's people he knows. You know, I think we've got a better system. I think that he'll be integrated better. He's got Enzo Fernandez. I think it'll work. The environment will help him more. And then it's up to him. At that point, it's up to him. If he flops or if he succeeds, it's on him. So let's wait and see what happens there. But I know there's a few of you that are here as well, because I know George couldn't get his watch-along running. I only found out literally just before ending up on live here. So I know there's a few of you that are normally there that are here. So welcome. Don't worry. Don't worry. He's sorting things out. So he'll definitely be there for the next one. 100%. But for today, it's here. So cheers. Big up to Starbug Smeg. Thank you very much. Saying, I was expecting seagulls and a background of Brighton Beach at the start of your second video yesterday. That would have banged. That would have been smart. You're a smart guy. Starbug. I should have done that. Damn it. That's a really good idea. Really good idea. Respect. Respect to Starbug. that would have been. I should have just done like Brighton Pier, and just me holding some fish and chips, and just seagulls flying over me, and then one of them poops into my fish and chips, because that happens at Brighton, and then, you know, you just throw that in the sea, and then that would have gone down well. Don't worry, next time. I'm sure we're getting more plays from Brighton, so don't worry. I'll do that on the next one. I'll do that on the next one for sure. Right, we're about to kick off. Gio, thank you very much. João Felix hat-trick on debut start. Counting add-ons. You know it. You know it. 100%. He did score a hat-trick in a 5-0 win for Al Nassr, I think it was. And we're off, I think. Yep, we're off. There we go. Come on, the Chelsea. Let's do this, man. 3 points in the bag. Let's go and get some. And let's get ourselves back to the top of the league. But yeah, I know a lot of you liked the intros that I did yesterday. I had to, man. I had to. Especially that World War II one. That felt deep. Hang on, why is the timer not on? I put it on. It's literally working on my end. Let me see if... Yeah, that's working now. Quality. We're good. We're good. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, João Felix did score a hat-trick in a 5-0 win for Al Nassr. I think Cristiano also gave him an assist. I didn't watch it, but I heard. But, you know. Who did they play? I forgot who they played. But I saw some fans going, oh my God, no, we shouldn't have sold João Felix. I'm like, come on, man. He scored for Al Nassr. You know, he didn't score for flipping Liverpool. See what I mean? Right, guys, no crazy antics in the first 10 minutes, please. In fact, we're the ones that should be trying to chase an early goal. Here's Tosin. Nice ball from Tosin. Part of the whole distribution that we were lacking without him there. Go on, Liam Delap. Go on, Liam. Go. Ah! Liam lost his footing. He lost his footing. Oh my God, he's still going to get it. How's that a foul, ref? That's not a foul. Not a foul, ref. Unless it's to us. Is that our free kick? That's not a foul. Why is that a foul? That's not a foul. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, the referee would have gone play on. Standard, he's gone for the ball. I think Fulham are going to struggle to advance the ball, I'll be honest. It's not like Palace. I think Fulham, to get the ball from A to B, which is defence into midfield, I think is okay. But to get the ball from B to C, which is into their attack, I think they're going to struggle. I don't think they've got the facilities for it. There we are. They've conceded a free kick. For those trying to find out where to watch the game, well, if you're in England, if you're in the UK, chat, where? Is it TNT? Or is it Sky Sports? I think it's Sky Sports. I'm not sure. You guys might want to clarify. And if you're anywhere else, God knows. beIN Sports, definitely beIN. If you've got beIN, beIN's the place. But, is it TNT? TNT. If you're in England, it's TNT. There we are. And obviously, if you're somewhere where you can have beIN, put beIN. And if you're in the States, good luck to you. I don't know. Oh, Delap. Oh, I should have tried to touch that down with his chest. Enzo Fernandez. Booted up the pitch. Nice clearance from Tosin. Tries to feed it into Neto, who's occupying the left-hand side, not the right. Which is kind of going hand in hand with what I said in my preview yesterday. Like I said, we're going to get a lot of interchange in between those three players. Pedro Neto, Steve-O, and João Pedro. Yeah, USA in the US. Fulham are now trying to play the ball out of the back. Did any of you hear John Terry speak about why he's not going into management? And he's not going into management because his way of wanting to get his teams to play football doesn't go down well. Go on, Enzo. Enzo's closed down the keeper beautifully there. Unlucky. And we've intercepted it. Here's João Pedro. João Pedro's taken the shot. Good save. Unlucky João Pedro. Well done, Enzo Fernandez, for that, man. The pressure that he put on the keeper there was unbelievable. Bernard Leno was panicking. But John Terry explained like the way that he sees it's best to get his teams to play football doesn't go hand in hand, even with League One and League Two teams, because they all want to play like Man City. And I'm like, honestly, the game's gone, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to play out the back. Everyone. They feel obligated to. Which, to an extent, I get why it's a good thing to have in your arsenal. But... And John Terry raised a good point, saying, listen, you're a League One team. You ain't got the players to play like Man City. Forget it. You ain't City. But everyone's obsessed in heading in that direction. Everyone's obsessed. And I understand the evolution, but you're getting like Fulham. Oh, go on, Delap. Delap, shoot! Delap! Oh! Unlucky. That's what we want to see from Liam. Good block by the defender out for a Chelsea corner. Nice, beautiful play between Pedro Neto, Cucurella into Liam Delap, and then it's blocked. Actually, you know what? I got to get the teams up on here because I need to make sure I'm calling out the right Fulham players. Burge was the one who blocked that. Caicedo, Cucurella out for a Fulham throw. Riaz, thank you very much. For your super chat, saying much love, my blue brother. Let's go. Thank you very much, my friend. Same to you. Jay, thank you very much, saying Spurs fans don't want to accept the fact that Chelsea was Simon's #1 choice, but we didn't make a formal move as we overvalued Jackson. Big up Younes. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it? It seems that way anyway. In terms of the financials and the explanation that we got because of the UEFA stuff, it seems like Chelsea had to sell Jackson. And if they had waited just another 24 hours, maybe this would be a different story because Jackson has now left. So I don't know what the situation at Chelsea is now because of a loan with an option. I don't know. How is that accounted for? I don't know. So, oh, Liam Delap's giving it away here. Fulham on. Uh-oh. Ah, out for a goal kick. That was poor. That was poor from Anderson. I know he's a centre-back, but Anderson, he tried to bend that into the top corner. He should have just hit it. He's got the space. You're a centre-back, mate. Just roast it. But Liam Delap, yeah, with the ball being given away there, opened us up. No one in midfield. Can't be giving that much space away. That's how West Ham scored their first goal. So got to be careful. But yeah, basically, that's basically what happened. And now we'll see what happens till deadline day. Riaz, thank you very much for your super chat saying USA in the US only has one-offs. The rest is on Peacock. Much appreciated. Thank you for explaining. 7.5 minutes in. Still Chelsea 0, Fulham 0. Not much of a chance yet. There's Garnacho. He's not even been announced yet. Chelsea should have announced him. He's here in attendance. They should have just announced him and then just unveil him to the crowd and then just, you know, get him ready for Brentford. But he's going to be announced after the game whilst everyone's already seen him at the bridge. I mean, it's a little bit counterproductive, but they do what they want to do. Here's Anderson. Tete, good pressure by Tosin. Fulham free kick by the centre circle. Fulham fans are chanting, is this a library? Listen, Fulham fans, your ground is a library. Yeah? People go to your ground not to go and see a trophy cabinet. They go to read books in there. So just pipe down, lads. Yeah, pipe down. You're speaking to the only team to have ever won every UEFA competition in existence. So chill your beans. It's nice to be able to talk with chest in that way. It is, isn't it? Talking about Europe, the Champions League fixtures have been announced. And let me see if I can get it here. As Tosin's plaster Chalobah. So the ball's at the back. Don't worry, we're not missing out. Right. Bayern Munich away, September 17th. The first game. Then we've got Benfica, September 30th at home. Ajax, October 22nd at home. Karabag, November 5th away. That's a trip. Barcelona at home, November 25th. Atalanta, December 9th away. Paphos, June 21st. As Chelsea are in. It's cleared. Esteval trying to feed it into Malo Gusto. Cucurella picks up at the halfway line. Paphos, January 21st at home. We welcome David Luiz back to the bridge. And Napoli away, January 28th. That's how it's looking. So those are the dates. I can't wait. Bayern Munich away, Allianz Arena, Barcelona at home. You know, feed it, feed it, feed it. João Pedro, Liam Delap was kind of there. I know it's a difficult angle for him to pass into, but oh, what a ball to Malo Gusto. Holy crap, what a ball that is. Esteval, Gusto. Ball in with his left foot, back post. Neto, can he reach? Can he reach? Keep it on. No, he can't. Big up Phil. Thank you very much, mate. He says big up Younes. Much appreciated, mate. Good news on Steve as well. Steve G. Respect to you, mate. If you're watching, I know you are. On the road to recovery. All is looking good on his end, it seems, after his treatment. So I know regular commentator, regular viewer, regular, even a mate, we talk often. He's doing well. So big up to Steve and speedy recovery on all. And then back to normal proceedings, especially around the Chelsea. 11 minutes in, Chelsea 0, Fulham 0. Caicedo. Cucurella. Tosin, Chalobah. For the right-hand side, Gusto. We're using the full width of the pitch here. And as much as Fulham look like they're trying to tighten up all the spaces, they still look a little open. And that's an example right there. Oh, no, 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 Delap, no, no, no. Oh, no, oh, crap, crap. Oh, crap. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my God, Matisse was right. Oh my God, Matisse was right. Oh no, oh no. No. Oh, can't believe this is, oh, you know what? I'm malfunctioning, guys. I'm malfunctioning. Ah, flipping now. I can't believe this is going on. Deadline day. We need a striker. Guys. It's Isak. It's time to sign Isak. Guys. We got to do something. We've got 2 days left. 2 days. We need a striker. Now we actually need a striker. Jackson's just left. Oh no, man. I can't believe the Laps pulled a hammy. I can't believe. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh, this has gone so left. Yeah, João Pedro's got to go up front. Tyreek George is going to go to the left. Like, we're okay for today. We're fine. But no, we can't have one striker again, man. We're not doing this again. No. Listen. Oh, okay, look. I'm going to tell you this now, yeah? Lopez is off. Anyone else is off. You can forget it. That's not happening now. Any chance of that happening up until deadline day is dead. Yeah? I don't even think Tyreek George is going to leave now because of this. The solution, people are going to say, you know what, just call the Jackson loan off. No. Financially, Jackson needs to be gone. But if financially Jackson is gone, we need to get someone in. Someone needs to be bought within the next 48 hours. We need a striker. We can't go in international break, Champions League with one striker. Nah, bro, it can't happen. I can't believe this has happened. And Liam Delap, he's the most physical guy that we could... I can't believe it. This is going to sound interesting, right? It's not going to happen. You can forget it. But you know who would actually fit the bill? Morgan Rogers. But it's not going to happen. Morgan Rogers is not leaving Aston Villa. But if we got Rogers, he would be like for like with Simons. But he's someone that can play up top if needed. He has done that before. Like, to fill in, he can play up there. He just doesn't do it often. But so we go and get Ollie Watkins, or people saying Vardy on a free. I mean, no, come on, man. Come on. Chris Wood, you know, temporarily, I wouldn't mind a Chris Wood. Oh, man, what a situation this is. Unbelievable. Here come Fulham. Big up Riaz, thank you for the super chat, saying, when I lived on Fulham Road back in '94 at 11 years old, I almost became a Fulham fan, but Stamford Bridge had such an emotional impact on me. That's because you felt the, you felt the prestige. With Fulham, there's no prestige. You know? There is none. But you made the right decision, mate. You made the right decision. I bet you don't regret it. Do Brighton have any strikers? No? I bet Matisse is screaming right now, isn't he? I bet on his stream he is screaming. He's like, I told you! I told you! I guarantee it. I could bet a house that he's literally on that vibe. But you know what? There's 48 hours left of the window. There's 48 hours left. So we need to do something. We need to do something. A hamstring, that could be 4 weeks out. Easily. We can't just only have João Pedro. We just can't. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. But, oh man. Imagine Chelsea just went, you know what, screw it. £130 million bid for Isak. I would cry. We would get sanctioned. We would get kicked out of UEFA competition, but we could get Isak. Riaz, thank you very much. Saying, ironically, Craig Burley was one of my fave players. Bloody hell. Craig Burley's a weird one now, isn't he? Very weird. My mind's not even on the game now. My mind's on the flipping transfer market. Like I'm looking at this game, I'm going flip it. Hang on, how are we doing this? Is Tyreek George up front? Tyreek George is up top. Why is George up front? Tosin covering. Straight back to Sanchez, who goes long. Just, mate, I don't get it. Pedro Neto's on the left. Put Tyreek George on the left. It won't be with the shot, just wide. Put Pedro Neto down the right. Put Esteval down the middle. Stick Tyreek George on the left and put João Pedro up front. I don't understand. Why is Tyreek George up front? He's not a striker. You can't play a false nine against Fulham at home after 18 minutes. Mate, come on. Do you know what I mean? Kirk Brown, thank you very much, saying international break, 4 weeks, will hardly miss him. Let me look at the dates. So he'll miss Brentford. Oh, we play Lincoln City on the 17th. Oh, that's fast. Oh, sorry, that's September. Sorry, that's September. What am I saying? 13th of September. So yeah, 2 weeks from now. So he'll miss Brentford. Now we got Bayern Munich. We got Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will have, yeah, we'll have João Pedro for that. 20th of September, we got Man United. That's in 3 weeks. 27th, we've got Brighton. Flipping hell, man. That's risky business. That's risky business there. Very risky. Riaz, thank you very much. Again, saying, bro, stop worrying about a striker right now. Let's win. Mate, the team are playing. Yeah? I know we've got to win, but this is a situation. This is a situation now. Gio, thank you very much. Saying, I fear for Santos now. No, I don't. Santos isn't going anywhere. The midfield is covered. Like, we need every single midfielder that we got. We need them. So, no stress. Here's Pedro Neto. Tyreek George, he's lost it. Caicedo. Okay. Oh my God, he's in. Oh my God, he's in. He's in. Tosin, get back. Oh my God, that's just a really good goal. That is a really good, that's a brilliant counter-attack from Fulham. And we're 1-0 down. Brilliant. We're in this situation again. Great. It's all gone left. Since Delap got hurt, it's all gone left. Is there an offside? Or Chalobah's down? Don't tell me you're hurt as well, mate. Hang on, is there an offside? Please let there be an offside. We do need a bit of a lifeline right now. I've got to be honest. What happened with Chalobah here? Oh, he got stamped on. He got stamped on. Nah, there's no offside. He's in his own half. He's in his own half. It's not an offside. We're 1-0 down. Millball, thank you very much, saying grade 1 injury, hamstring injury is 3 to 4 weeks. Grade 2 is 4 to 7. Grade 3 is 8 to 12. Let's hope for tier 1. Yeah, fingers crossed at the bare, minimum. But that's just, I mean, it's poor in the way that we gave the ball away. We overcommitted. Too much space. We were way too high. We were way too high. You can't be caught like that without being able to play the offside trap. We gave the ball away way too easily, way too much space. We're way too high. No ability to put them offside. It's a goal. It's a goal. Why are you going to VAR? Mate, he was in his own half. He was in his own half. There's no offside. Oh, the foul. That's not a foul, I'll be honest. Hang on. Actually. I have to be honest. That's not intentional at all. If you look at his right foot, he's put his foot on the ball, and then he's got to land somewhere. Look where his right foot is. He drags the ball, and then he shifts to his left foot. His foot's got to go down somewhere. That's not intentional at all. I have to be honest. That is not intentional whatsoever. It's one of those things that can happen. It's a tough one for the ref to make, to be honest. It is a tough one for the ref to make. I got to be fair here, because I can see myself in that. What's he going to say? Foul. It's not given. I think we got away with that. I'll be honest. I think we got away with that. Thank goodness. Thank good. But I think that's going to be a bit of a talking point afterwards, because it is a little bit of a sensitive. It is a little bit of a sensitive subject, that one. I think we got lucky. Yeah, that's. I feel that's unfortunate for him. That's unfortunate. It's one of those things that happens. It's football. It's one of those things that happens. I'm putting myself in his shoes. I'm like, there's nothing else he could have done to prevent that. So, but 0-0. I'll take it. I'll flip and take it. I'm trying to be fair and just talk from a footballing standpoint. Now, if I put my blue tinted glasses on, flipping foul, send him off. Yeah? Send him off. We need a red. But I think Fulham will be fuming from that. But it's 0-0, and thank goodness. We need to not do that mistake again. The mistake from our point was the amount of space that we let ourselves expose to whilst giving the ball away a little bit carelessly. And this is, again, going back to Tyreek George was the one that gave the ball away in that position. He shouldn't be there in the first place. He's not a striker. I don't understand. And even physically, he's small. You're putting him up against two giant centre-backs. And if anything, even João Pedro is not the biggest, but he's got a better chance. Just put Tyreek George on that left-hand side, man. You know? And let João Pedro go up top. There's nothing else that we can do. So I think we just got to watch out how we don't leave spaces in behind, and we close down the gaps a little bit, and we don't leave ourselves open so much. Oh my God, Chalobah's giving it away now. Flipping out. What are we doing? What are we doing? Our head's on Mars. Arash, thank you very much. Saying, I know where our pound goes. Paying off the PGMOL on the refs. Nah. Definitely not that, mate. The amount of decisions that we've had go against us. Mate, do you remember the campaign against Chelsea? We're definitely not paying anybody. 100%. But I do think we got away with that one. Starbug, thank you very much, saying, can't believe I'm saying this, but surely no foul. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For me, it's a valid goal, but like I said, I'll take it. Rambo, thank you very much, saying, after years of being robbed by the FA, I will take that as a compensation. Exactly. That's the way to look at it. That is the way to look at it, 100%. That's the way to look at it. My group chats are kicking off, by the way. Flipping hell. And everyone's on the same boat here. Everyone's going, nah, we got away with that. Not a foul. I agree. I agree. It's not a good start from us at all, though. But it is the wake-up call that we need. 100%. It is the wake-up call that we need. What are we stopping the game for now? Oh, who's down? Adrian, thank you very much, saying, doing a live stream on deadline day. I think towards the end of deadline day, yes. We'll definitely get one in, 100%. We'll be going through the coverage of the end of the window. I got to work out the times. So keep your eyes peeled. But we will get that done. Nick254. Thank you very much, saying, what do you think of the bench? Would you change it? The bench? No, I wouldn't change the bench. We can't change the bench. That's who we've got available. If you're saying who would we bring on off the bench, no, later on I'd be looking to bring on Reece James. I'd be looking to bring on maybe Santos. And I think if we're winning, bring on Gittins. But if we're winning, not now. Not now. Right, 28 minutes in. Well, 29 nearly. Chelsea 0, Fulham 0. Ball in, João Pedro, throw your leg. Ah. That was a perfect ball from Tosin, to be honest. Perfect. And if it was just in the path of João Pedro, the keeper was off his line, he could have lobbed him. It's in those moments the instinct kicks in. You see the ball jumping right in front of you. You see the keeper off his line. Just over it. Over his head. That's what I would have done anyway. Ryan, thank you very much, saying, can you imagine if Kara and Nev were commentating? I mean, thank goodness I don't listen to them anyway. But honestly, I don't want to imagine. Honestly, man. Okay, I think now it's been rectified. João Pedro has gone up top. No, it hasn't. It hasn't, actually. It hasn't. It hasn't. Tyreek George has been occupying that left-hand side. Why is Gusto touching the ball? Why? It was going off. It was going off, Gusto. It was going off. It was going off. Good defending from Tosin. Nice. Oh, beautiful from Esteval or Stevo. Ball in. Ah, see, that's where you want the lap. That's where you want the lap. Here come Fulham again. Ball over to the left-hand side. Sessegnon. Sessegnon straight to that. No way. They nearly scored again. That was offside. We're allowing too much space. And again, if you see this, look at the space that Sessegnon has on that side. Why is Gusto not tighter? I'm sorry, but Gusto needs to be shutting that down long before. Long before. That's what I'm worried about with Gusto. Oh, Caicedo, don't get yourself in a situation. Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We don't look composed. And João Pedro has been kicked in the head. Flipping hell. Joshua, thank you very much, saying, Gusto, start learning Arabic, Habibi. Honestly, man. João Pedro has been kicked in the head, I think. That's Is it a high foot? Flipping hell. I can tell Fulham are trying to be as physical as they can, right? They don't look as solid as like Palace, as I said, for example, but we don't look composed. We don't look composed. We look like we have the ability to play around them, but we don't look comfortable. We just need to calm down. Wishva, thank you very much, saying you guys are getting favours from VAR from game 1. Does the campaign against Chelsea not mean anything to you, or? Decisions from VAR. Get out of here. Luminous, thank you very much, saying we better get used to this. This is a consequence of the players not getting enough rest due to the Club World Cup. This is why Maresca in the press conference did allude to the international break, and that he welcomes it, because the players that go on international duty, obviously they won't rest, but the players that do get to stay, they're just going to recover. Just recover. I think from the international break, if I look, Gusto, I think, has been called up. Chalobah hasn't been called up. Tosin hasn't been called up. No, have they been called up? No, they haven't. They haven't been called up. Cucurella has. Caicedo, Enzo, I'm pretty sure has. Esteval has. João Pedro has. Pedro Neto, I'm sure has. Liam Delap hasn't. He's injured anyway. Gittins hasn't. Jorgensen, he's goalkeeper. Asugo, I don't think has as well. Santos has. Hato, I'm not sure. Reece James has. Fofana's not going anywhere. Achiampong's not going anywhere. So, and Palmer's not going anywhere either. So, there are players staying back. There are a few that's going. So, Joshua, thank you very much again, mate. Saying, let's bring back our favourite Belgian, Lukaku. I can't even accept that as a joke. I can't even accept, bruv, this guy. Let's listen, don't worry. This guy, we will see him. Not for us, but we will see him. Oh no, we got to go to them, innit? No, okay. So we're not going to get Conte and Lukaku at the bridge. We're going to have to go to their gaff. Don't worry. We'll sort him out over there. We'll sort him out at Napoli. Enzo Fernandez, ball across, out for a goal kick. Esteval is saying sorry. That might have been to Esteval and not Gusto, because that looked like a ball that maybe should have gone to Gusto, but it looks like it was meant to go to Stevo instead. Maresca is not looking happy, and correctly so. There's Todd Bowley in the crowd. He doesn't look happy either. To be honest, we're not playing well at all today. There's one thing that I realize already, okay, and I don't know if this is going to be something that we see throughout the whole game, if it's going to improve or not, but our pressing energy isn't there. It's not there. It is from the defenders. I'm seeing Tosin getting stuck in, Chalobah's getting stuck in. The attackers, though, we're leaving too much space. We're not looking as sharp. You know, we saw Enzo do it earlier on briefly to Leno. But we're trying. You can see that we're trying, but it's not quick enough. It's just not quick enough. We look slow. Physically, we look slow. Esteval, the foul. Stevo. We've got some options that we can turn to on the bench. I'm looking. I mean, obviously, Andre Santos is an option. Reece James for sure. Hato, Asugo maybe, but we don't want to change up the whole midfield, to be honest. Here come Fulham again. See, look at the way that we try and shut things down here. It's still too spacious. It's too spacious. Thank you very much, Ashir, for for the super chat. Isak to Liverpool is a here we go. 130 million agreed. No way. Hang on. Let me see if it is. Starbug, poorest we have played since winter period 24-25. It's definitely not a good start. 100%. Seish, thank you very much, saying why the F is Esteval not in the 10 with Gittins and Neto out wide and Zhao up top? We should be on 2. Terrible adjustment after the injury. No, I can understand why Gittins isn't on the pitch. Not yet. It's like I've said, Gittins, we need to, you can't, I don't think you can play Gittins in a game where there's a team that are reliantly sitting back. If there's space to run into, Gittins is the man to bring on. This is why I'm saying we need to be winning. If we're winning, you bring Gittins on. If we're not winning, I think Gittins will be a waste to bring on at this point. So, but let's see what's going to happen in the second half, because there's going to have to be adjustments. There's going to have to be things that change. Matisse is a cheeky one. Matisse tweeted we should bring on another striker for the lab. Oh, man. I knew you would. I knew you would. Gusto's been fouled. Tyreek George has won the foul. I'm trying to pay attention to like the midfield. I'm trying to pay attention to the energy and the way that a lot of these players are running. I'm trying to see who's slow and who isn't. Because like I've said, the pace of the game isn't quick. Anyway, free kick. Pedro Neto and Enzo are sitting on top of it. Let's see if we can at least try and get something before half time. That'll calm nerves down a little bit. Pedro Neto to take. Straight to the keeper. Here come Fulham. There's a bit of a problem here, I think, with Enzo. I'm looking at Enzo Fernandez and I'm looking at Caicedo, and I know they don't play the same, but I think Enzo Fernandez is overcommitting. There's mileage that he's doing which is unnecessary. There's places that there's positions he's running into which is just unnecessary. He doesn't need to make that run. It feels like he's trying too hard maybe, because he doesn't look completely fit. He does look sluggish. If that's the case, he needs to manage where he's running and try and, I wouldn't say conserve your energy, but you got to pick your runs. You got to pick exactly where you're going. It feels like he's overcommitting. He's trying to be everywhere. And sometimes when a midfielder tries to be everywhere, you start to look like a headless chicken. And that's the worst thing a centre mid can do, is when you start to run around like a headless chicken, you're just letting go of energy for no reason. You know, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. I think Enzo is trying to do too much. Keep an eye on him. He's running everywhere. He's running everywhere. Like, you got to calm down because he's not fit. He doesn't look fit enough. Look at Caicedo. Caicedo's a bit different. I know Caicedo has to sit, but Caicedo he times himself really well. Enzo, at the moment, it's just like he's trying to do 3-4 jobs at once. It's not necessary. Anyway, Pedro Neto wins the corner. There is one good thing that Enzo I'm seeing is trying to do, and he's trying to pick out the runs, but at the moment without Liam Delap, it's not working. There's not been one pass that he's tried to get over to someone that has landed, you know? Because you need someone physical for that. We need to play on the floor. We need to play on the ground. Anyway, ball into the box, this corner. Let's see if we can get something here. Enzo Fernandez, ball in. Oh. Goal kick. Tosin with a header, just over the bar. Someone say what passes. Nah, watch. Look at the amount of times he's trying to get the ball across. He's tried it with Esteval. He tried it with Delap. He's tried it with João Pedro. He done it with, well, Delap was earlier on. He done it with Malo Gusto. He's trying to get the ball over. But this is the thing, like now, without Delap, I don't think that works. You have to play on the ground. You have to play on the ground. So I'm questioning whether there is a fitness issue here. If there is an actual fitness issue here. We've got 2 balls on the pitch. You see, look at the press. Like, it's there, but it's not intense enough. Look, they've played around us. They've played around us. Good block by Trev. That's the issue here. We're trying. It looks like our minds are thinking of the right things and our bodies are not executing it. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Cucurella ball over the top. Neto. We've lost it. Thank you very much to RVK. Without the likes of Palmer, James Lavia, we struggle against teams that press us during transition in the midfield. We need that skill to flow well. Thank you very much for that. Here's Estevar, actually. Oh, he's gone past his man. He's gone past his man. All right. Zhao's there. Zhao's there. Zhao's there. Oh, man. That pass needed to be made earlier. Great skill from Steve-O, though. Tanev, thank you very much, saying, why is George playing as a 9? Also, Santos in, Enzo out. That's something that we might have to turn to. But I agree. I don't get why George is up top. That makes no sense to me. Steve-O tries to go past his man again. Gone through Tosin's legs. Here's Cucurella. How many minutes had it on? 8. 8. Where the hell did 8 come from? Here's João Pedro. João Pedro. Neto. Neto. To Pedro? No, come on, Neto, mate. We're not winning 2-0 here. Anyway, they've given it away back to us. João Pedro, ball in, back post. Offside. Get up, get out of here. Took him about a week and a half to say that. That comment, basically, yeah, I agree. It's like the players haven't slept at all. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like that. Looks like everyone went on a bit of a bender last night. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird one. I don't know. I think fitness is a look at the space that Iwobi is in. Why is no one on Iwobi there? Oh my god. Gusto with the challenge. Well done, Gusto. He won that. Again, why are we not defending that in the first place? The midfield. It's the midfield. Esteval out for a Chelsea throw. Steve-O looks fresh. Which is bizarre because he played the Club World Cup. But Depot, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend, saying Tosin's legs are on the red light district things. What? To be fair, both Tosin and Trev, right? It's a case of they've got themselves into challenges that have stopped attacks, but they've also given the ball away in areas they shouldn't have. Again, it's all a little bit 50-50, isn't it? It's all a little bit 50-50. Listen, there is still a whole second half to go. It's like I said when we went 1-0 down to West Ham. There's still time. Yeah, there's still time to win this game. But we need to resolve this issue that we have. And I don't know if it is resolvable, because if it is a fitness thing, it's a fitness thing. You can't fix fitness. Do you know what I mean? So let's wait and see what happens in the second half. And let's see what subs are going to be made and what Maresca's going to try and do to resolve this. I think Liam Delap coming off has had a big impact. Big impact. Both in terms of physically and in terms of the press. Big impact. Because Liam Delap was the first port of call. And now we look like we don't really know how to close down Fulham whilst they're still in their own half. Good defending by Trev. Yep, Trev. Ball shifted over to the right-hand side. Can Cucurella make that? Yes. Come on, Neto. Neto, stop these little tricks and flipping tricks and all this sort of... We're not winning. Is that offside? That's a great ball. Oh, my God. They've... Caicedo with the block of a lifetime. Do you see what I mean? We're allowing too much space. Too much space. And again, look, this comes from sharpness. We're not sharp. That's not offside, by the way. That's not offside at all. That would have counted. We're not pressing enough and we're not closing down enough. So trying to apply the pressure up top and then trying to close down Fulham whilst they're near our box or in our box, we're just not sharp. We're just not sharp enough. Corner ball. Ball in. All right, Gusto. Gusto. Send it. Send it. All right, Enzo, run with it. Run. It's 4-3. It's 4-3. What kind of touch is that, Enzo? See what I mean? That happens when your legs are gone. That happens when your legs are gone. Because Enzo's control normally isn't like that, man. It just isn't. We might need to turn to Santos. We actually, second half, we might need to bring on Santos here. Fresh legs, someone I think that will operate quicker, and someone that I think will be sharper. I think we might have to turn to Santos. Enzo's not had a good start to the season at all. At all. Rostislav, thank you very much, mate. Saying defense is our biggest weakness. Fofana and Cole aren't exactly world class, and relying on Trev and Tosin is going to cost us. Also, Enzo is playing the same way as when he had hernia issues. Very true. That is very true. He is. Look at that. He just booted the ball up the pitch. Why are you just booting the ball up the pitch? Why? Enzo doesn't know what he's doing. At this point, Enzo really doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, no. Personally, listen. Okay. Well, actually, we'll talk about it at halftime. We'll talk about it at halftime. Here's Caicedo. Steve-O, he's in. Is that a foul? Ref? No. Ref? Is that a foul? Please give us a foul. Can we take a penalty, please? Well done, Trev. Cucurella. I've seen apparently Santos is warming up. Is Santos warming up? Oh, Neto. Enzo. Trev. Trev tries to hit it. Deflects. Goes out for a corner. Pedro Neto to take. I'll get up, mate. Referee having a word with Tosin and Lukic. Ball in. Someone? Yes. Oh, Georgie. You've got to hit that high, man. You've got to hit that high. Enzo to take another corner. If George had just... Roof of the net, man. Roof of the net. Ball in. Yes! João Pedro! Get in! Come on! That's what I'm talking about, man. And Marco Silva is kicking off. Marco Silva is kicking off. Come on. Come on, man. That's what we needed that. We really needed that. We really needed that. Beautiful ball in. And well, Enzo got the assist. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Football's a wonderful game. Football's a wonderful game. We scored from another corner. We're turning into Arsenal. We're turning into Arsenal. We're going to have a title race based on set pieces. Beautiful ball in. João Pedro's there. Fantastic header. Well, João Pedro, when we needed you most, mate. When we needed you most. When we needed you most. Look at that. That's a great header. That's a great header. He beat Bassi to that as well, you know. Bassi's a big lad. Look at that. Fuming, but kind of like with himself, but also with any decision. Unreal. Let me hang on, there's been super chats. Let me just have a look. Millball, thank you very much for yours. Marco Silva's kicked off with the ref, by the way. Flipping mad. Saying, why are people acting like Enzo kicked their dog? Well, I think after that assist, people are going to calm down. Juno says, Santos for Enzo, Sub Hato on, and James for Gusto. I'll get to that in a bit. I will get to what I will do in the second half because we can't ignore what went down. Temi the Great says, Isak to Liverpool, here we go. Is this true? I checked and there wasn't anything, but let me have a look. Rejo Park, thank you very much, saying Enzo has the most goals, assists, and goal involvements of any Chelsea player in all competitions 2025. 14 involvements, 7 goals, 10 assists. He's not rubbish. When people say he's crap, he's not crap. I completely disagree with anyone that goes, he's a rubbish player. No, he's not a rubbish player. Absolutely not. But he's playing poor. This start of the season has been poor, right? And I think physically he's just not up to it. He does look like he's been sleeping at 4 a.m. or he does look completely shattered. His legs are gone or he's put on a bit of weight. He just doesn't look fit. You know, he doesn't look fit. So we'll see how this is going to impact. But you know what's good? There's one thing that's really, really good here, right? There's one thing that's really, really good. Is despite what we've managed to see, we're 1-0 up. Normally, what we were seeing, say last season, the season before, this situation, we'd be 2-0 down. Just, it would be in the mud. We're winning 1-0. Playing poor and winning 1-0, do you know what I mean? Like in like this, do we deserve to be winning? No. No. But we're winning. So happy days. But there's a whole second half. There's things that I would change. I'm going to get into that very, very shortly in terms of what would help now in terms of the subs, because we can rectify the situation and we can add some more energy. Kashmiri says, Enzo's been shite. Are you Blueco in now? Seems like it. It's not about being in or out. I said Blueco now deserve a chance. 100%. After the Club World Cup and what we've been doing. But that doesn't mean after, okay, one poor display, oh, that's it, we've got to shift everything back. No. Give the season now. Give the season. Because if not, you're jumping from one to the other, back to the other, back to the other, back to the other, back to the other. I'm logical. Straight up. The results are going to speak for themselves. But in the same way that I was saying on match day 1, give it 6 or 7 games, it's match day 3. It's match day 3. Right? So people need to chill and put agendas aside and actually just look for the benefit of the club and the team. Right? And be logical. Arash, thank you very much, saying Imam degree, that was peak haram ball at the bridge. Temi the Great says we definitely paying these refs. Love it. To be fair, yeah, that Fulham goal should have stood. 100% it should have stood. So this is why I say I can understand if Marco Silva is kicking off for that reason, because Fulham don't deserve to be down 100%. But they are. Chiras, thank you very much for becoming a new member. Much appreciated to me. And also gifting out 10 memberships. So if you're a brand new member, you can thank Chiras for that. Thank you very much. Chiras Vegano. Much appreciated, mate. Temi the Great saying we need a striker. 2 is not enough. Yeah, I think we've all come to that consensus now that Liam Delap is off. Yeah, bro. We need a striker. We need a striker. We do. We do. So, firstly, and look, we've got 48 hours to get it done. Yeah, we've got 48 hours. So, let me see what people have said. Go and check CFC, PYS and what's been said there. Hang on, let me have a look. Yeah, Andre Santos has immediately come out and is warming up with an individual coach. Enzo Fernandez ran inside and took the armband off. Enzo's coming off, guys. So, that's one thing that was necessary from Enzo Maresca that he's already about to do. That's really proactive. Fair play. Fair play. What else needs to be done? Actually, let me also check. Let me check one thing. And yeah, there is no Isak news. So anywhere where we're looking at Isak, I think will join Liverpool. Don't get it twisted. Oh, actually, there is. Jan Arge Fjortov is saying that a £130 million deal has been agreed for Isak. So far, Ben Jacobs is saying, though, that there is no agreement in place yet, but if a deal gets done, it will be for below £130 million. We'll see if what I said and my theory is about to come true. I think it is. Reese, thank you very much. Says João Pedro up front, Estevan in the middle, Neto on the right. Thank you very much to Christopher Abraham, gifting 1 membership as well. Much appreciated to you, my friend. Zero says Estevan needs more footballs. What? Needs more? Bassi is the weak spot. Funnily enough, that does seem like that's the case, isn't it? Funnily enough. Big up to Phil as well, member for 24 months. Says Fulham robbed. You're not wrong. The goal should have stood. Realistically, the goal should have stood. Yeah, but we'll take it. We've had loads of decisions go against us. It's about time we have one that goes for us. And big up to Naval Nation too. Whenever we score, the cam never goes on our fans, but if it's anyone else, it's on them 24/7. Yeah, broadcasters will choose what they want to choose. Simple as that, mate. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez is coming off. So that's really good. We need that. Santos to be coming on. So Santos on. What else I would do? I would bring on Reece James. Reece James needs to be in that defense now. 100%. Take off Gusto. Bring on Reece James. I wouldn't bring on Hato yet, because Hato means taking off Cucurella, and I think Cucurella doesn't need to come off. We're winning now. Gittins is an option. Gittins is an option now, because now it does allow Fulham to try and push a little bit, which would leave some space, which would mean that I think Gittins can thrive a little bit better. But we have to remember, Gittins has looked really raw. But Gittins is an option to bring on for sure, to maybe try and catch Fulham on a counter. Apart from that, though, we got to be honest, there's no other option. We can't really turn to anyone else. We can't. There's no one else. The only other option that we can turn to is maybe to try and bring on a Sugo to shut the midfield down and pack it out a bit. That's all we can do. Kevin, thank you very much. Says Younes, hope you're well. Same to you, my friend. Enzo has been poor, but there's no denying there's no denying his ability and those moments. It's all that counts. All we need is the win. Enzo is a baller. I agree. I agree. It's just he's not had a good start to the season at all. But I think I don't think he's fit. He doesn't look fit at all. He looks sluggish. He looks heavy. So yeah. Adrian, thank you very much. Saying, imagine Isak was a surprise name. Fat mate. It won't, because we're not going to pay that money. We're not going to pay that money. But if it was, oh boy, that would kick off. Temi the Great says Enzo has to leave his missus. She fed him too much. Oh, Matt, what do Argentines eat? I know they like a good steak, don't they? But steak's good for you, man. Eat steak. I don't know. Maybe too much rice with the steak? Maybe there's just too much rice. Too many carbs. Juno, thank you very much. Says, why do commentators and pundits hate us so much? The campaign against Chelsea. It's been alive for about 15 years. Actually, a bit longer. 20 years. Campaign against Chelsea's been alive. Agitop, thank you very much to you, mate. Enzo's having a bad day at home. Yeah, he is. And well, he's coming off now anyway, so we're not going to worry about him anymore. But he did get the assist even from that, so big up for the cross. Starbug, best start checking who Brighton have as strikers. Yes, absolutely. Costa says Enzo been having them meat sweats, 100%. And yeah. I'm not even kidding. He looks like he's playing like that. He looks like he's playing that way. Bizarre. Caden, thank you very much, says, can Fermin Lopez play as a striker? I don't think so. I don't think he can, though. This is why now I don't think Fermin Lopez will happen. Naval Nation, you can see why George is going on loan. He's just not in the game, and I hate to say he needs to press the keeper. He does. He's not. No, look, realistically, George isn't ready. This is why I've been saying on the videos, I would love for him to have a loan, but I don't want him sold. But I want him to have a loan, and then we see what he's like after 1 year. And then we can make a decision. And then maybe even his value increases after that. But this is going to be a thing where I think he gets... Well, maybe now he doesn't get sold. Maybe with the whole Simons thing or what's going on now, maybe he doesn't get sold. But I don't understand why he's been playing up front. He needs to just play on the left, man. It's simple as that. So to be fair to him, he should just be sticking in his position. That's down to Maresca. David, thank you very much for the super thanks. Much appreciated, mate. And yeah. Right now, we've made one sub, Tyreek George on for Liam Delap. The second one is going to be Enzo off, Santos on. And then I would look to bring on Reece James. And I would look to bring on Gittins. But Tyreek George is already on. This is the thing. Who are you taking off? Who are you taking off? Gusto off for Reece James. 100%. It's a tough one. Who would you take off for Gittins? Because George has come on. George is not getting taken off. Candice, thank you very much for the contribution. Liam Alja says, what strikers are available? Isak. Clearly. Oh, man. Naval Nation 2, thank you very much, saying Pedro is really poor performance today. He's doing a nonny special. Which Pedro? Neto? You better not be talking about João Pedro. Neto, yeah, I can. But again, yeah, maybe Neto is the guy to take off. Neto's had a really good start to the season, right? But again, it's not just Enzo here. There is a theme of the players that have been leggy, that have all played the Club World Cup, that haven't stopped, right? There is a case of looking after all of them. So yeah, maybe Pedro Neto. Maybe he needs to be looked after. You know? Drezian, thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. Says, sell Enzo, buy Isak. We have midfielders. There's some people that really hate Enzo, isn't there? Like, really just like this guy is not a footballer. Wow. Luminous, thank you very much, saying, is it too late to bring back Jackson? I don't think it's too late. Personally, I don't think it's too late when I think about it. But would I do that? Some people would go, nah, yeah, just do it. Just because, just for the sake of having someone. It depends what Chelsea are going to do. We've got 48 hours left of the window. Can we actually go and get someone? If not, yeah, if not, it wouldn't be the worst thing to just do last minute because, but then again, it means that he's still here. It's just, it's a messed up setup. Do you know what I mean? Fizz Kharifa, thank you very much. Just want to support my GOAT Younes. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Thank you to you. Big up. And Drezian says, don't hate him, just think we can cash in. The only way we cash in is if Real Madrid come calling, right? Also, another thing that we have to take into consideration here. I wonder if Enzo is actually, if he's completely fit. I'm not talking tiredness. Like, has he got a problem? Has Enzo got an issue? I have to ask that question. Oh, Enzo's still here. Oh. So he's not off yet. And there we were getting told that he was coming off. Maybe he shaved off a few pounds at half time. Maybe he just hit the treadmill, like during the break. We're up and running for the second half. Thank you very much to Tulomi. Pick one to win. Champions League, Premier League, Premier League. It's not even a debate at this point. I'll take the Champions League, absolutely. But right now, I am starving for a Premier League title. So I'll take Premier League. Then Champions League can come after. Naval Nation 2, we are going to be tired throughout the season. This is why things need to be managed. Which is also why I don't think Reece James started. I think he's been managed. Honestly, if it was possible to not send like Enzo, international break, Caicedo, like if it was just possible to try and keep as many players behind as we can, that would be so helpful. Anyway, Siafik Hassan, thank you very much. For Fabregas was slow paced but quick decision making. Enzo right now is slow in both. Needs to one-touch pass. Can't be world class with too many flaws. But that's the thing. It's not a case of the times have changed. Right, the times have changed. There's a lot more ball carrying now. There's a lot more trying to pick out passes from long distances. Gusto's bottled the control right there. There's all of these things. Enzo, in order to fulfill the role that he's meant to execute, he's just not fit. Or he's not slept. Maybe he had a late night. I don't know. But yeah, I think the sooner we bring on Santos, the better. But anyway, let's see how this second half is going to start off, right? Let's give it 10, 15 minutes. Let's see what it's saying. We're winning the game. We go from there. Fizz Khalifa as well, thank you very much, saying also, all love, no hate, your mic on vids needs sorting. I know it does. Right now, everything's all good. When I bring up graphics, there seems to be a problem, and I thought it was just a case of updating a few drivers, which I did yesterday. Turns out, no, it's not. So, I'll see. I'll see what can be done. Kimeli, thank you very much, saying George change was a mess. He should have brought in Santos and pushed Enzo forward. He might have performed better as a 10. That's not a bad shout. But then again, who would be playing up front? João Pedro? Who would be playing on the left? Oh, actually, no, you're right. Estevao and Pedro Neto. No, you're right. You're right. That is an option. Yeah, maybe you're right. Kimeli, that's a smart observation. I agree. I think that would have been better. Yeah, I didn't think of that one. Well done, Kimeli. Got a tactician in the house. If I need coaching staff, yeah, I'm on the phone too. Russell KO, thank you very much, saying hi, Younes, sending love from Singapore. Sending love right back to you as well. I know you do that every stream, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sanchez goes long. Tyreek George is still up front. This doesn't make sense to me. So that doesn't make sense. There's Marco Silva. I think he finished punching a lot of the walls inside the tunnel. Here's Neto. Poor pass. Given away. Here's Caicedo. Chalaba. Gusto. Estevao. Gusto, what are you doing? Gusto's trying things that he can't execute. All right, little 1-2 with Estevao. Pedro Neto. Ball in. Someone? KC Gaming, thank you very much, saying we're just tired. Look at PSG too. That's an interesting observation, you know. How are PSG looking? That is a very good observation. If anyone's been watching PSG, how are they? I've not watched any PSG, I'll be honest. If anyone's been watching them, how are they? I mean, their league's different. Their league's not as intense as ours, right? The Premier League and Ligue 1 are two different things. But in terms of just their fitness, how are they looking? Because if there's a theme, then I think we've got our answer. Caicedo tries to go bottom corner. There's no one driving in. Is that a corner? Oh, referee, is that a handball? Oh, we're about to get a penalty. Mark says George better than Jackson up front. Flipping out. Hang on, Chalaba hit. Oh, hang on. Is that a pen or not? It hits his arm, but it hits his arm whilst he's facing his back's to the ball. That's a handball, I'm sorry. No, that's a pen. Because he's not done like it's one thing turning your back and having your arms inwards. It's another thing turning your back and having your arms outwards. And he's got his arms outwards and it's hit him there. That's a handball. I'm sorry, that's a handball. Give us a penalty, please. Thank you very much. Penalty. João Pedro, I need a second goal from you, mate. That's an easy pen. Easy penalty. like I said, I want to be fair. It's not normally a penalty when your back is turned to it and you can't see. But your hands also need to be in a realistic position. If your arm is out like that, just because you've turned, I'm sorry, but you've left your arm that high up. You've got no business leaving your arm that high up in the first place. So that's where the pen needs to be given. So I would say penalty. Going to the screen, referee, hand it over. Hand it over. Ryan Sessegnon, you know what you've done, mate. You know what you've done. Is he going to give a pen? Even hit João Pedro on the arm. But that shouldn't be looked at. Forget that. Yeah? What about this one? Referee, look at that. Look at that, ref. Look at that, ref. Look at it. No, play the whole clip. Look. He's looking, then he turns, he sticks his arm out. That's a pen, ref. That's a pen. Isn't it, ref? It's a pen, isn't it? Yeah, come on. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. It's a blatant pen, ref. Go on, ref. You know it makes sense. Go on, ref. Look, come on. He's got his arm out completely. How can you... He has no business putting his arm up that high. No business, ref. Ref, come on, ref. Look at that, ref. Look at that. What's his arm doing that wide? Not even that high. We're gonna say it like Pep. Wide. Wide. His arm is wide. You know? His arm is wide. What are we doing, ref? It's a pen. Look at that. There's not much more of a debate. No, he's not trying to protect himself because he can protect himself like that. All you got to do is use that hand. You ain't got no business, you know, going wide with that hand. Goofy says they will look at the first half events. At this point, yeah, we're going to end up going back to the first minute. Why is the ref looking at João Pedro? No, look, he's been pushed. That's not a handball at all. That's a ball to hand. For João Pedro, that's a ball to hand. Yeah, that's a ball to hand. And then... it's a pen. Yeah, come on, ref, it's a pen. It's obvious, isn't it? Oh, okay, hang on. What's he going to give? What's he going to say? After review? Yep. Yes! Yes! Unnatural! Yes! Come on! Have it! Unnatural! Unnatural! Botox settings. Yeah? Unnatural. Plastic surgery. Done it all. We got a pen. We can cement the game here, lads. We can cement the game properly. Big up to Deepo for another super chat. Thank you very much. Saying PSG have been extremely poor and disappointing. I reckon they might lose today if they don't fix up. Oh, well, so they're going through the same issues as us then. Basically. But I want to know if they're just playing bad or do they look unfit? I want to know if they look unfit. It's a pen. That's a blatant pen, guys. That's a blatant pen. A blatant penalty. A blatant penalty. His arm was in an unnatural position. Yeah? Fully. Oh, it's Enzo Fernandez. You have a chance to redeem yourself, Enzo. You know, I mean, if you're unfit, it's probably not a good decision to take a penalty, but... Enzo, listen, you can... you know what's mad? Enzo Fernandez! Yes! Down the middle! 2-0. Come on, man. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, yeah, Enzo knows how to do this, doesn't he? Every single flipping time. If things go against Enzo Fernandez, all of a sudden he gets goals and assists. And when he plays badly, he actually cooks. It's weird. And then when he plays really well, he doesn't really get anything. 2-0. Enzo's got a goal and an assist here. He's been the worst player on the pitch. Mad. Absolutely mad. Unbelievable. It's a good penalty as well. Just down the middle. Just down the middle. Go rely. You know the keeper's going to pick a side. And he's just gone for it. Happy days. Happy days. 2-0. Lovely. This is what you want. Look, in games like this, where you're not playing well, you still have the control of the game and you're getting the result in the bag. You know? I know for a fact, at times last season, or even the season before, without question, we would have lost this game 3-0. Like, hands down. It would have been a calamity, right? Easily. But we're 2-0 up. Happy days. Now we can compose ourselves a little bit. Now would be a good time to bring on Gittins. Now would be a good time to bring on Gittins. Nice, nice, nice. We've won it. All right, Enzo. Caicedo. Big up to Srideep. Thank you for the super chat. Can we just talk about how Enzo has bagged 30 GA this calendar year? That's Lampard levels right there. Oh, may this form continue. So you see what I mean? He's gone from absolute scrub to now flipping, oh, this guy's cooking on levels that we only see from Lamps. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I wouldn't say he's on Lampard level. Come on. But it just looks like he has started this season unfit. Yeah. I think it's not any deeper than that. Simple as that. Kevin Reyes, thank you very much, says Enzo, let the floodgates open. Legitimately, let the floodgates open, mate. No. Muscled off the ball there, Tyreek George, very, very carelessly. Go on, João Pedro. Go on, João Pedro. Go on, just shoot. Just hit it from there, mate. Oh, Esteval. Cut in and shoot. Shoot! No! The far corner, Esteval. Stavo. I need him to score. Damn it, man. All he had to do was place it in the far corner. It was there. The opening was there. He lost his balance. Man. Riaz, thank you very much again, mate. Says last season we were going to lose this game. That's what I'm saying. Hands down. That's the encouraging thing. Is when in games like this where you're not playing well, but you've got the result under control, you're going to have those games. In the Premier League, you're going to have those games. You can't be flawless 38 games in the season. You can't. But in the games that you do struggle in, you want to make sure that you're picking up 3 points. Do you know what I mean? Now, it can't keep up as a theme. We can't just keep playing poor and then expect to get results. But we have to pick up rhythm. And wins breed confidence. So hopefully we keep it up. Marco Silva, I do share sympathy with Marco Silva, to be honest. I do. If I was him, I'd be like, there's nothing I can do. Like, there's legitimately nothing that Marco Silva could possibly do any more than what he's done today. Because Fulham did deserve to go up. Fulham should have been winning. And then since then, everything's kind of gone against them. Everything. So we do, and they have been playing well. Fulham have played well. So I understand if he feels undone. Completely. It is what it is. Welcome. Join the club. Yeah? Join the club. We've had many times where we felt undone. It's nice to have things go our way. Finally. Nice from Cucurella. Into João Pedro. Beautiful turn. Neto. Enzo. Enzo, lift your head up. Okay, now take him off. Uh-oh. Here come Fulham. Joshua King. Iwobi. He's tried to... Nice, Cucurella. Good defending. Cucurella with some clean defending there. That's a foul on João Pedro. No, sorry, on Enzo. Sorry, Enzo Fernandez. Thank you very much to Ahmed. Before the season started, I visited Stamford Bridge for the first time, and comparing to other stadiums like Johan Cruyff Arena, it is small. It is. Now, when you're talking about arenas like that, like the Johan Cruyff Arena, or you go to the San Siro, or you see the Bernabeu, or the Nou Camp, or like, come on, man. Stamford Bridge is tiny. We need a new stadium. We do. But it's still a beautiful stadium. Oh, lob him! No, Joe, lob him! Ah! I hate when a striker doesn't use the instinct right there and then to do the thing that's staring them in the face. Lob him, he was so off his line, it was illegal. Oh, man. That would have been 3-0. That would have been done. That would have been finished. Man. It strikes me even more when I see those things, because as a striker, because there's those little things that I love to see about a striker that when it doesn't happen, I'm like, why? Russell, thank you very much, saying, Younes, we will go invincible this season. No, we won't. No. We're not, no. We're not going invincible, no chance. But can we do well? Yeah, we can. The other option was to square it. It was, yes, but no. At the same time, nah. Personally, I wouldn't have squared it. The keeper was off his line. It was there. It was on a plate. Lob him. Just done. The ball was bouncing as well. That's the thing. If the ball wasn't bouncing, you could argue the ball was bouncing, but it was on a plate. It was on a plate, man. The lob was right there. Anyway, Gusto, Pedro, Enzo. We're playing, you see, there's two things now. We're playing with a little bit more urgency, which is nice to see. But obviously, Fulham are opening up a little bit because they're 2-0 down and they have to. So that's something that, you know, there is a little bit more confidence. There is a little bit more speed in the way that we're moving the ball. But it also accounts for Fulham having to now open up a little bit, which is helping us. So we should have the game in the bag. At this point, we should. Rambo, thank you very much, saying Jackson flashbacks. No. Similar. The only difference is that João Pedro has already scored after doing that mistake, before doing that mistake. Jackson would have not scored and then do that mistake and then wind us up even more. Russell, again, thank you very much, saying when we do, please let me meet you. Big fan. That much appreciated, man. Might make a trip to Singapore in that case. Chalobah, 64 minutes in. 2-0. Here's Neto. All of a sudden, Neto's found some pace as well. Oh, Esteval. João Pedro! Oh! Straight to the keeper. I was waiting for Esteval to get into that space, maybe to try and nick it, but it lands to Leno. Gusto. Iwobi. Tosin. Cucurella. Here come Fulham. This is a chance now for us to just try and catch them and then use the space. Okay, beautiful. Caicedo into Pedro, into Esteval, who's now got loads of space. This is what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Fulham are looking like they're starting to tire as well, which is going to play in our hands here. Esteval, Willian, Enzo Fernandez. Even Enzo is just now forward and he's not really contributing much more deeply now. So he saves legs that way. Ball in, Pedro! Unlucky. You see, now we're starting to find our way. Now we're starting to find some space. Tulomi, thank you very much, saying, in your opinion, do you see another goal from us and from them? I reckon we might get a third. Personally, I don't. If you're asking me, I think it finishes 2-0. But we can get a third. We can. Joe, thank you very much. Saying Jackson would miss it, then go see Astrid. Wow. Astrid's going to have to go to Germany now. Off to Munich you go, love. Simple. And Gittins is on his way on now. All right. Gittins is coming on. Who's coming off? I wonder. Nicholas Williams, sun is rising in LA. Happy sunrise to you lot. If that's even a thing. Smith Rowe is on. He should have started. If I'm honest, I think he should have started. But then again, Fulham haven't played badly, like I've said. They deserve something out of this game, but you could argue Smith Rowe maybe starting would have helped them. Gittins on. Is it Neto? Steve-O? Why? Maresca's trying to integrate him slowly. He's already spoken about this. We already know, but I get it. But I get it for a normal 18-year-old. But for him, I think he's mature. I think he's ready. I think he's good to go. I think, do you know what I mean? But we're 2-0 up, so it's fine. If it was 0-0, I'd be kicking off. So, anyway, let's see what Gittins is going to do now. Gittins, in fact, is getting more time than what he did in the last game. Gittins now has 23 minutes plus stoppage time. So, let's see what Gittins is made of now. This is a good opportunity for him. In fact, I think Pedro Neto will now shift over to the right. Gittins will go over to the left. João Pedro down the middle. Tyreek George up front. Is that still a thing? In fact, yeah, Gittins has moved to the left. Pedro Neto's on the right. So, well, let's see what happens from this point onwards. All eyes on Gittins to see what he can do. Caicedo. Gusto. Nice, nice. Well, see, now we're playing good football. Now we're playing good football, but this is what we've needed. We needed to be winning the game in order to start playing around Fulham a little bit. And that's exactly what's going on now. What baffles me is that we're doing this while Enzo's still on the pitch. Adrian, thank you very much, saying Jackson would have missed open tap-in goals and then come the next game with his hair dyed blue to try and win the fans over. I won't miss all of those antics, you know, I really won't. One thing else I won't miss is flipping Instagram apologies. Oh, man. Not just from him, from everybody. Because if we're playing well, there's going to be no need to apologize. I hate Instagram apologies, man. Flipping, get in the bin. Get in the bin. Who done it recently? Harvey Elliott. No, not Harvey Elliott, sorry. Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon for Liverpool done it for Newcastle. Why? I get the sentiment, but just no. What's done is done. You know what I mean? And just prove it. Apologize on the pitch. Anyway, Adrian, I've already read that. Sorry, thank you very much, mate. Luminous says even with Astrid, Jackson would miss the target. Tough times. Tough times. Ah, man. Nick254, thank you very much, mate. That Muniz foul on Chalobah reminds me of when Essien was getting carded for the same playstyle. You can't foul just because you have possession. That does bring back the whole Essien thing too. You're right. Hang on, Neto. Corner ball, Chelsea. But no, it wasn't that. Look, it's when a foul is made, right? But in that instance, Muniz, with his right foot, dragged the ball. After that, what are you doing with your right foot? You're putting it on the ground. Chalobah's foot was there. Like, there's nothing else he could have done in that split second. That's why I'm like, nah, you know what? He played the ball, we got it, he landed, he put his foot down, his foot was there, cleared off the line. Bloody hell. So yeah, that's where like I feel sympathy towards it, but I'll take it. Tulomi, thank you very much, says, choose one rival player to add to Chelsea in exchange. One rival player to add to Chelsea. In exchange for who? You mean, okay, I can pick any player to go, and then we bring in a player? Anyone? Yeah, if it was me, honestly, well, I know we got João Pedro and all of that now, but yeah. Isak walks in immediately. Or should we say Xavi Simons now that he's in now he's at Spurs? Oh, honestly, man. Ball in, cleared. Oh, it's unlucky. Unlucky. Ball in straight to Enzo Fernandez. Gone out for a goal kick. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think of the right answer. Yeah, like the right answer. I know you'd think of the normal players, like you'd think of Mo Salah, you'd think of Haaland, or you'd think of, you know, even Isak. You'd think of, maybe even at the back, you'd think of Saliba, Van Dijk. You know, midfield, I think we're good. Someone said Onana. And that's the end of that conversation. Oh, man. Chalobah. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. Ref, flipping now. What's it? Won't be that professional foul in it. Just dragging Chalobah by the shirt. That's how you know Fulham are now either starting to get agitated, or they can't keep up, or they're getting tired, or something. Something. I do think Fulham are starting to tire. You reminded me. Big up to Irene. I've changed the score. I've got to get used to that one. 73.5 minutes. Got 17 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 2-0. Game should be in the bag. In fact, I predicted 2-0. Is it going to stay that way? Well, Gusto's won it, giving it away. Won it back again. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Goal kick. You know what's mad? We've still not brought on Santos. We've still not brought on Reece James. And yet we're playing better and we're 2-0 up. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is the thing. Sometimes we just need to let things play out. You know? Even if it's not the best of games, but we can't complain about every single little thing going on. Sometimes you just need to let it play out and just see what happens. And then you look at the overall picture. I do think we need recovery. I do think there is a fitness issue. But we now have the game fully under control. So happy days. Is Robinson against Gusto? Good tackle. Gusto's had a good game. Gusto's had a good game. There was only one time in the first half where Gusto left space for Sessegnon. That was it. Since then, we've not seen anything wrong from Gusto. You know? Joe, thank you very much, saying we get tired, then start letting the ball move more. But that's the thing. Yeah, no, we done that in the first half. And now, we are showing more energy. We are a bit tighter. The game is in our favour. Fulham have given us space. So that's another thing that I have to acknowledge. But we are able to control the game now and control the result. I'll be honest, I wouldn't bring on Fofana. I'm seeing some suggestions. I wouldn't. If we get a third, yes. But right now, we've not shown, I think, enough of an overall performance to just be solid enough with a 2-0 with 15 minutes to go. Like, we just got to protect it. Just protect it. Like, legitimately protect the game, see it out, and that's it. I wouldn't be taking risks. If we were playing well, like the West Ham game, yeah, of course, no problem. But right now, I think there's still work to just protect the result. You know, so Reece James I'd bring on. I wouldn't mind that. But for Fofana, no, I wouldn't risk it. João Pedro, I love João Pedro's 180 turns. It's not quite Eden Hazard, but it's good enough. You know, he's able to just take the ball, switch, and then move in the other direction and leave the defender behind. He does that really well. Flipping hell, Cucurella's moving, flipping, just raided all of them. Just bulldozed his way through 3 Fulham players. Tete was pushed. You see, Gusto there. That's not a handball. Because his arm is in a natural position. That's called natural. Right? That's natural. No plastic surgery up it. Just as we were saying. Just as we were saying. We're getting Reece James and we're getting Santos. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what we needed. Now we can just protect the result. See it out. In fact, Gusto can come off for Reece James. This is gonna sound bizarre, but I would take off João Pedro for Santos. Three-man midfield. Put Santos in there. Caicedo, Santos, and Enzo. Leave Tyreek George up top there. And just see out the result. But yeah, and considering that Liam Delap is injured now, we've got everything that we need out of João Pedro. To be fair, we could even take off Neto. We could. Neto's an option too. Stick João Pedro on the left. Pedro Neto. Actually, you know what? That would be better. That actually would be better. You can take Neto off. Whichever one. Whichever one. I'm cool with. Whichever one. But three-man midfield. Protect the defense even more and just see it out. JC, thank you very much. Wow, I say thank you very much. It's now gone. Logan, thank you very much. Saying we're talking about Enzo eating too much or not getting enough sleep and talking bad about his woman. That's a W, woman, guys. In every single way. You're not wrong. Oh, wow. Tyreek George. Hey, oh, Maresca's moving mad. To be fair, it's not a bad decision. But I don't think that's going to go down very well with Tyreek George. He got brought on and now he's being taken off. But it's not a wrong decision. And Neto. Yeah, okay, so he's gone with the same logic here. So he's gone Tyreek George off, Neto off, Reece James on. So he's really packing it in. He's really packing it. So, flipping hell. We've got 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. basically. There's no way through. It's just we're going to shut shop now. Don't know, be Mikel settings. Get the bus out. Hey, we not got out the bus in a long time, you know. We've not got out the bus. Hey, bring the bus out. Does it still work? Does the bus still work, yeah? If it still works, switch the engine on. Bring it out. Bring out the bus, man. Gotta love the bus. From time to time, you gotta love the bus. Yeah, it's part of our DNA. We like buses. Kevin, thank you very much, saying, been a while since we had happy Brazilian flair. It has been. Joga Bonito is what we're looking for, man. Santos. Oi. Chalaba. Oi. Flipping out. The bus is moving forward. Here's Reece James. Caicedo. Ah, yo, we're moving. One touch pass in here. What's going on? I've never seen the bus move like this. What kind of bus have we upgraded to, guys? What is this? This ain't the bus that I remember. This is a bus that moves around the bend like a Formula 1 car. What's going on here? The agility of this bus is ridiculous. Ball in, straight to San... Oh, goal corner? Is it a corner? Is that cleared by Caicedo? Yes, it is. Someone said it's had an oil change. Oh, man. It's a bus with a V8. Nah, man, we're moving like it's got a V10 in there, not a V8. Fofana, mate, you don't need to come on. Just keep warming up and just play there on the sideline. Magic school bus. JC says, can't take João Pedro off, need a focal point top. Good change having George off, bad game today. No, it is the right decision. I just didn't think George would come off. I thought, because he got brought on, I didn't think we'd take him off. You know, I was trying to just be realistic. Flipping out, man. Adama Traore, this guy shouldn't be playing football, man. This guy needs to go to a bodybuilding competition. Like, I'm sorry, at this point, do you know what I mean? Like, you need to go to Mr. Olympia. Sorry, but this guy is a bus. This guy looks like, that's the bus. We brought out our bus. Fulham were like, okay, we're going to counter this with our bus. We're going to bring on Adama Traore. Honestly, man. Honestly. JC, thank you for the super thanks as well, mate. No, facts. He does look like, he looks like a WWE wrestler, man. Facts. You know, I'm waiting him to just flipping stone cold stunner someone now on the pitch. You know, an RKO out of nowhere, maybe. Maybe an attitude adjustment. There's Maresca. Look at that. Poor Marco Silva. Poor Marco Silva. You know what? This is going to sound... Maybe it might add up for you guys. Maybe Adama Traore should have started. You know, just pure physicality. Maybe that would have worked. He's strong, he's quick. Maybe that would have made a difference. Rambo Flamenguista, thank you very much, says no Diddy. No Diddy. I think they stopped that as well because we knew that Adama Traore used to oil his arm so no one could hold on to him. He doesn't do that anymore. Maybe he slowed down. We're approaching 85 minutes. It's looking good. It's looking good. Gonna be a win, it looks like. 2-0 win. And my prediction so far is looking like it's about to come true. No? Nice, nice little 1-2. Nah, Gusto, you had the space to run into. Move, 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 move. Oh, okay. Shoot, 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 shoot. Yes! Unlucky. Unlucky. João Pedro made the right decision there. He took the shot. He just didn't aim well, to be honest. Offside? Oh, get out of it. Offside. Flipping out. Approaching minute 86. Oh, okay. Here come Fulham. Here's Adama Traore. Ball in. That was a good chance. Just over the bar. That's unlucky. 7 Moons, thank you very much for your super chat. We have a solid and scary spin with 23, 25, 20. What do you mean by spin? I'm trying to decipher that one. Because 23, 25, 20, you're talking about Chalobah, Caicedo, João Pedro. Spine! Spine. You missed out an E. But spine. It's a decent spine. it's a decent spine. Just to let you know, we are heading back to the top of the table. 1 point ahead of Arsenal, Tottenham and Liverpool as it stands. And you know what? Liverpool and Arsenal are playing each other. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. And let's hope that Tottenham turn into Tottenham finally and lose a game. Because that's definitely going to happen at some point. So, happy days. Here's a quick thing, because you guys are here. Put in the chat, who do you think's... Your predictions, Liverpool, Arsenal. How do you think it's going to go down? Make your prediction. Bear in mind, it's Liverpool, Arsenal at Anfield. But if you have to put a prediction, who's winning that game, or is it going to be a draw? Let me know. I want to get your consensus. Got a lot of Liverpool wins and a lot of draws. There's a lot of draws. Interesting. Draw, draw, draw. A lot of draws. Majority of you are saying draw. And then a lot of you are saying Liverpool win. And there's a few of you saying Arsenal win. I'm going to be honest. I'll give you my prediction. I reckon Arsenal are going to go and win there. I don't know if I'm bigging Arsenal up a bit too much. But I think Arsenal will catch Liverpool out. I think Arsenal will catch Liverpool's defence out more than Liverpool catch out Arsenal's defence. And I think that's where Arsenal win the game. Tight win, but I think Arsenal win the game. I think Arsenal will expose Liverpool than Liverpool exposing Arsenal more. So I'm going with an Arsenal narrow win. Because Liverpool defensively have looked open. But Arsenal have reinforced themselves really well. And they look like the sort of team that don't need to score too many goals, but they'll get the result. Reece James with the shot, unlucky. So I think we're going to get a very disciplined defensive performance from Arsenal. But the few chances they get, they're going to put away. And I think they get the win. Probably like a 2-1. Something like that. I'm going Arsenal to win. And now they got Eze. Yeah, I'm going Arsenal win. But let's see. Let's see. But anyway, whoever loses stays below Chelsea. So happy days. And Robinson fluffs that. And it's out for a Chelsea throw. Right, how many minutes had it on? Don't give us 7 or 8, please. Give us 3, 2. How many minutes? Flip 8. Where is all this coming from? What do you mean 8 minutes? Another 8 minutes. How? Who is this? Hang on. Who is this fourth official? And has he been drinking? That's what I want to know. Who is this fourth official? Unbelievable, honestly. Where does that come from? Eight minutes. Iwobi. Ball across. Gusto didn't need to make that, but he went for the safe option. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the thing. You see, I agree with a lot of you here. Liverpool are beatable. Liverpool are beatable, man. I think they're beatable, especially right now. Maybe they might pick up some rhythm later on in the season, but right now, they're beatable. I think Arsenal look more balanced and more stronger overall than them. What is Gusto and... who's that? Kicking off next to Sanchez. Gusto, don't let him get goal side of you, man. There we are. Let him move and jump up and down. Let him do what he wants. Just don't let him get goal side of you, brother. Brother, fight him, man. They're going to score. Flipping hell, man. No, I have to say, when it comes to things like that, Gusto, you need to impose yourself, man. You need to impose yourself. He wants to be goal side of you. Don't let him. Fight him if you have to, bruv. Just don't let him. If he does so, go back. Pull him. Do something. Like... That's a reckless challenge. That's a yellow card. Yep, correct decision. Correct decision. Andre Santos in the book. Yep, was a foul. Oh, what's happened to Caicedo? He's down. You see, that is, I have to say, that is poor from Gusto. He left him. The ball got delivered into the box, and then he walks away from his man. What if that ball bounced into the path of that player right there? All of a sudden, he's tapping that in. You can't be risking that, man. You got to be sharp. Anyway, threat averted, but that's why. If he was goal side of him, there'd be no problem. Little things, little things, little things. João Pedro is up. He's all right. No issues. They're forming the wall. We got 4.5 minutes left of this ridiculous 8-minute stoppage time. Go on. Let's see what this free kick is going to do. You ain't Ward Prowse, mate. I don't think this one's going top bins, but I shouldn't speak too early because you never know. Joe Trogan, thank you very much for the super chat as they're about to take this free kick. Gusto needs to learn the stud on Achilles trick. Oy, Jimenez. And that's gone back to Craven Cottage. But yeah, there's nothing a little stud on the Achilles doesn't help from time to time, you know. A little scrape, nothing more. Just a little, and just nothing happened. Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching. Sorry, mate. Right, 3.5 minutes to go. We've got the game in the bag. We've got the game in the bag, guys. These Fulham fans look happy. Look at them. They're 2-0 down and they're laughing. You know? I mean, they ain't got far to go home. They literally come out the ground, go down the road, and they're home. But they're happy. Nice to see. Right, let Fulham just resort Fulham to playing out of the back there. Just let them just keep passing to one another at the back. Good interception. Well done, Enzo. All of a sudden, Enzo's looking sharp. All of a sudden. Yellow card. Yellow card for Lukic. He kicked the ball away to the advertising board in frustration and he's been booked. What a cheap yellow card that is. Absolutely cheap. To be fair, is that really a yellow? I mean, the advertising board was right there. If you kick the ball down the pitch, yeah, yellow card. But it bounced off. It's like, you know, a quick one touch of the advertising board. It's not the end of the world. You know, those boards don't exactly break either. So, Rajib, thank you very much. Saying salam, Younes. Hope you're well. Not taking this as a perfect game. Definitely not. After today, definitely could do with another striker. And Lopez in. Worried now. João Pedro injured. No, João Pedro is fine. Oh, he's there. There, he's on the ball right now. He's fine. There we go. He just got taken out. Just got up. He's good. No, everything's fine. But with the lap situation now, yeah, we might need to consider trying to address that if we can. Financially, if we can do that. In the next 48 hours, we might have to. So yeah, much appreciated. Adrian, thank you very much, saying, have you received a shirt with the World Cup badge? No, I've not got one yet. I've not got one yet. Might have to, but I've not got one yet. $40 seconds to go, and it looks like my prediction's about to come in. Unless Fulham do a madness right now, which they flipping might. Oh, no, good block. Well done, Trev! Man like Trev. All in. Ah, good clearance. Let's go. 15 seconds to go. Go on, Cucurella. Just get in the way. Just put your body in the way. There we are. Just push them away. Referee, blow the whistle. Ball in. Tosin. Cucurella. Get rid. Referee, blow the whistle. Ball in. Have it. Get rid. And again. And again. And again. João Pedro. Have it. Let's go for another header. And another one. Gusto. Another. Have it. Is it full time? Full time. There we go. Well done, lads. Happy days, 2-0 win. Bob's your uncle, job done. So there we are. Another day, another dollar, another 3 points. Didn't play brilliantly, got the job done. Kind of like what I said. I'm happy with that. There we are, guys. 3 points, top of the league. Let me get rid of this timer. There we are. And happy days, guys. Not the best performance in the world, but, and not the best circumstances either. We're going to see what's going to happen over the next 48 hours because this transfer window now just got really interesting in terms of what we're going to do. So I will keep you guys posted on all of that. Obviously, the review is following this, so make sure you're here for the review. And then tomorrow, we'll see what the latest is. There'll be a double upload, and then on to Monday, deadline day. So make sure you guys are here for all the coverage. Subscribe, notification bell on. Thank you to everyone that has joined the watch along. Thank you to everyone that has interacted, that has been in the chat, that has contributed. I appreciate all of you very, very much. So thank you all so much. And yeah, let's get into the review. And then we'll see what Chelsea are going to do in the last 48 hours of the window. So 2-0, top of the league. Thank you very much. See you lot in the review. Have a good one, people, in a bit. Take care and peace.